Hello?
Get the Stabathon started!
Whoa. I didn't know I was going to put the logo there. I had my face. I'm like, wait, something went wrong. Wait, hey, I'm back. What up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Blood Splatter Chatter. Happy Stabathon. On the day, we're here the day that Scream 7 is releasing, which I told you guys earlier.
I like how that lined up. Yeah,
I am dodging spoilers like a motherfucker. I got on earlier. What up, by the way, Stu? Like my brother, appreciate you being here. I got on earlier. It was my first time being on Instagram, and I was getting on just to message you guys something, and I didn't scroll at all. It was just like open Instagram. The first thing I saw wasn't a spoiler, but it was something I did not want to know, and it pissed me off right off the bat. But what up? Damn. What's going on, gentlemen? How you guys doing?
Good, man. Good to be here. Yeah. Happy to like Link said, happy to wrap this one up with the premiere number 7.
That's what I'm talking about. Most is dopest. What up, man? What up, Sal? What's going on, guys? Mr. Link, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing well, my man. Yeah, I like the synergy how you lined up this review is like the day it came out today, right? Or yesterday?
Yeah.
Last night, whatever, some shit. But yeah, good synergy. I'm excited to talk about this one because it's a weird one for me. After this rewatch, without getting too far into it, there's so many great pieces in this one but it's almost got one of the it almost commits one of the worst sins as well compared to 6. We'll get to that, but yeah, it's a very divisive one for me,
bro. I am right there with you. I remember specifically, and I said this last week, when I left the theater, I was like, fuck, I was ready to stab a motherfucker. I was like super pumped after seeing this. I'm like, they pretty much nailed it, other than the ending. I didn't like the ending, everything about it, which is still like the worst part for me. But I think it's become maybe my least fucking favorite, and I still like it. I love this franchise. I gave part 3 a 4.5. But I've seen this one like 4 or 5 times now, and I think it's like the least rewatchable one out of all of them. And we'll get into all of it, obviously.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do a quick our overall thoughts. We've been going back and forth whether or not we do that. Then we'll get into the opening. We'll get into the kills. Then we'll get into the reveal and all that. But you guys in the chat, what is up? Please, for the love of fucking God, do not spoil Scream 7 for me. I'm probably gonna have to go just alone tomorrow at 1:30. Because we're having a baby. I don't know if I should say this at the front of a show. Just get this out here. We have a baby coming on Monday. That's the plan. And we're going to be off for a couple weeks. And we will be back. Boom. For Friday the 13th on March 13th. But we might be back before that to review Scream 7. Whenever we can squeeze that in. I don't know.
2026 is kind with the Friday the 13th, bro. How many you got? Like,
we got like 4 or 5.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. That's awesome.
There's another one in November. So we're working out really well. I will say, just to make it clear, so I say what I actually need to say. For those that don't know, what we do on the Friday the 13th shows, we review the movie, we play some slasher themed, maybe just horror themed trivia games, and we give out a custom made Jason mask. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the part 6s that I make, not my favorite. I'm working on a really good, like I'm trying to get better at them. I'm pretty good at the 4. I really like doing the 5, but for some reason I kind of struggle with the 6. So I don't know if it's up to snuff.
There's less it's like they took away subtle detail from the previous masks with this one. It's like,
bro,
really,
you know what's funny is like in the movie and like most images that you see, it's super boring. There's not much damage. There's not much dirt. But I've recently found like some really, really high quality, high resolution photos of it, and it's way more beat up. It's way more, which will help it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But okay. So Scream 6, obviously, Scream 5 was a really big success. Kind of rejuvenated the franchise. Obviously, just like Scream 2, they came back in like a year. I don't think it was less than a year like Scream 2 was, but it was shortly over a year. We had Radio Silence come back, Tyler Gillette and Matt Bettinelli Open, which I always struggle with their names. They came back and did this. They're the guys that did Ready or Not 1, and they're doing Ready or Not 2. I think they were involved in VHS. That's one of the things
they did that Haunted House VHS joint.
Yeah. One of the things that got them rolling. And then I guess let's get this out of the way out of the get-go. We could start Scream 7 by talking about this, but I think it makes more sense to talk about it now. Is the Melissa Barrera controversy. Stu, I don't know how much, like, have you heard about this? You know that she's not in
that. No, go ahead.
Well, basically, what did she say? Because it depends on where you read. I've really dug into this, trying to figure out like what exactly did she say. But basically, in my opinion, she got fired more or less for like saying that Israel was committing, and this isn't a fucking political show. I don't want to get too deep into that.
Okay.
But she got fired for saying that Israel was committing a genocide, which the only thing I'll say is like, yeah, they probably were. And if they weren't, it's definitely not crazy to say that they
say that, right? So when was this? Was this in like when it was
right after this movie came out, like a month after it came out, like a month or two, maybe?
Had to be a little bit after October 7th and all that, shenanigans.
See, I thought you were going to ask me about like all the shit she got about her acting job and Scream 5. Apparently that was like a big thing coming into this one.
Yeah. Wow.
And she had like I was watching some interview with what's it called? The production group who made this one. What is it? What's their cool little name?
Spyglass.
Radio
Silence.
Oh,
and they said like she really came onto the set with something to prove on this one or some shit like that. Like she was conscious of like all those critiques of her acting performance alongside. Because dude, I'm not even gonna front, like, man, it's Jenna Ortega brings it, man. So I can understand not feeling like you can.
I thought in this one, well, shit, I'll just say this now because we're kind of on the subject. You guys know the scene, which I think it's a really heartfelt scene in this one where they're all sitting around the table. They got the core 4 jokes going on.
Yeah.
And basically, Melissa Barrera is all upset about the way that people in the movie, Sam Loomis is all upset, or Carpenter is all upset about the way that people are treating her on the internet, more or less, and saying shit about her. She goes off in a corner by herself in that room and she sits down, and then everybody comes in and they're like, we're going through this with you too. We know we're not experiencing it the way that you're experiencing it, and blah, blah, blah. And to me, that was always them talking about you're the lead of this thing. Yeah. Talking about that. Sure. I always loved that scene. I always thought it was really, really, really heartfelt. I think they're all great in the movie.
Yeah. Agreed.
I mean, I didn't know that scene tied into her, but I did like that scene because I thought it like spoke of today's times where it's like internet will take something and it's just like, bro, you're like damned if you do, damned if you don't sometimes. People are going to form their opinions regardless if you give your story or not. Like, sometimes it just is like that.
Right.
But, it was just weird because it's like, I was trying to put myself in her shoes. Like, damn, she did go through a traumatic event last movie. But, and she was some ways the hero, saved everyone. But now she's got like a vocal minority or people stirring up shit, that she was the killer. She set all this up. That's kind of, I was like, that would like fuck me up. It's like, bro, you think I wanted to go through that bullshit just to like get myself people an angry mob against me? And it just spoke on today's times. People are quick to stir some shit up.
It is another like timely theme that they go with. Each Scream movie has a little theme. The last one's toxic fandom, which this is a little bit of toxic fandom too. But yeah, it's just misinformation, internet culture, and that kind of shit, which they I think they did a decent job with. The other thing I want to say is it was the next day after Melissa Barrera gets fired, Jenna Ortega quits, and she says it's a scheduling thing. That's what she said. Initially, she says it was a scheduling thing, and then she did an interview in 2025 where she admitted that it was basically the entire movie was the entire movie. Scream 7 was supposed to be based around Sam's character, and she quits, and the movie was just going to be a shit show. Like she could kind of tell her. I bet her agent was like, "Get the hell out of there." And then I'm trying to think, what's his name? Christopher Landon, who we love. He did Happy Death Day 1 and 2. Freaky, and then Drop he did recently. He was the one that was going to do Scream 7, and he quit. they tried to keep him on too, but he saw the same thing. He's like, I signed on to do this specific movie about Sam Carpenter, and now you guys are changing everything. And he got the hell out of there too. So that's why we're getting Kevin Williamson and Nev Campbell back in Scream 7.
Man, Sam was like the logical choice too, just because of those the kills that she had in the end of the last two movies. You know, it felt like that would have been definitely the next step for her.
The parallel of like Sydney's story, where it's like the parents' woes or grieving, like their shit hangs over the child's head. You know, like Billy's shit hung over her head. You know, and you know. So yeah, it's very curious to go watch 7 because I'm wondering if they're gonna like just kind of
address it at
the
all.
last 2
so
movies,
they had
you know?
so they had a whole thing and then they scrapped it and redid the whole joint and got a new script and all that. Wow.
I would assume whatever it is that Kevin Williamson is doing, that it's something he was cooking up for years, and that he didn't just like write it on the spot. We know he had ideas involving Stu Macher that was going to be the basis for part 3, some kind of version of that, or something else he'd cooked up in the past 20 years or whatever it is between then and now. I guess 14 years since 2011. So I'm curious, man. And also, how much does it tie in with 4? Because that's the last time that he left off.
That he's
been producing these movies, but you know what I mean? 4's his last baby. Rogue cracking me up. Says he ate too many edibles before he went and saw Scream 6. Fell asleep in the theater. I love it. I feel
that, bro. I feel that.
All right, so let's dive into it, man. The cold opening. I kind of love this one. I have one major gripe with it that annoys the shit out of me. But other than that, I remember the first time you see it, and Ghostface, first of all, even before he takes his mask off, usually you get a slice, it cuts to Scream, and you know what I mean, after the first kill. And in this one, even when he's still there, and first of all, he's breathing like Jason Voorhees. There's a ton of Jason like references and Easter eggs, I think, in just the first 15 minutes of the movie. And to me, that's one of them. He's like, which is very much like Jason does, especially when played by Kane Hodder. But as soon as you start following this guy, and I'm in the movie theater, I'm like, whoa, this is going to be a completely different Scream movie. I'm like, is this even going to be a murder mystery? Like, what the fuck am I watching? But then the route that they go, like, I love it. I think if you look at it, I was thinking about it earlier, there's 3 Ghostface that you find out later. So there's 5 Ghostface in this movie. Kind of. There's one that you never see on screen, which is interesting. But Stu, you hadn't heard anything about this? You hadn't even heard. We can get into it, but real quick, you didn't even know that Kirby was in this movie, right? That was a surprise.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that was also a surprise to me.
All right, we'll put a pin on that. We'll come back to it. But what did you think of the opening, man?
I loved it, dude. I thought Samara Weaving was brilliant, and not only like, man, we were talking about the back chat. That woman can wail, right? Like she's got some lungs on her. It's like nobody fucking like was like, hey, what's going on down that alley? She was shrieking, my dudes. But I just thought, like, dude, the way you're hanging on her every reaction / expression and reply to these text messages, and like her nervous energy was so believable and real and authentic. And yeah, man, like, it's, you realize kind of it's too late with her that, she's down in this the middle of this alley. Yeah, obviously you see it coming, but it's still cool, like the way the voice transitions into Ghostface, and then you get some great stabbing action, super violent. Yeah, who gives a fuck? Like you said, who gives a fuck about the movies? And then it's like a complete subversion of everything we've gotten before, where you see in the killer's face, and he's just dipping back out into the flow of things on the street. So I thought it was a brilliant opening scene, one of the better ones we've gotten. I don't know. I'd have to give it a little bit more thought to see where I rank it, but I think it does a great job, not only like having a great, just like in the spirit of Drew Barrymore, having a kick-ass actress like get murdered off first. Like, it's cool to see her, but it's also bittersweet because it's what about to happen,
right?
And
exactly.
and also like just the fact that we get a switch up with Ghostface, and like the killer's revealed, what's going on here. I think those two things together, coupled with the kill and the suspense of it, were fantastic opening.
Hell yeah. I just love the uniqueness. You're at part 6, do something different. What I started to say, and I realized my mic was off, I love the energy that it creates when he sees Tara. when he sees Tara, Jenna Ortega's character, on his way back, and like, bam, it instantly connects them to them, the two people together, and just like the energy that you kind of have from the city at that point. Which, by the way, get it out there now. Everything is shot other than the establishing shots. It's all Montreal and sound stages.
Oh wow!
No New York in this movie at all. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But I love his face, the way it turns after seeing Tara. Like, oh yeah, I'll see you later, and he gets more serious with it. It's like, just so cool,
right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
The thing I was gonna say, Link, and then I'll send it to you. Just my beef with it is how Samara Weaving gets lured into the alley. Like, I honestly meant to spend like 5 minutes and try to like think of a better way that they could have done that. I never did, but they should have, because it wouldn't take much to come up with something better than
facts.
I hate that about it. But what do you think?
This is probably one of my favorite openings of the franchise, of this, beyond this might be my second favorite, to be honest. Like Stu said, the whole thematic or the theme of them taking a hot young actress and she's killed off in the first 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes. Like you said, they set the tone immediately by letting you know this isn't going to be like this is going to be a little different than the previous Scream movies. There was no slashing with the Scream, cut to black, Scream, fade to, we followed him for a while, and there was like, it was 2 kills in the opening, because we didn't, the one off screen, but we see the killer get killed in the opening, so I thought it was very good at just change. It was a good homage, but like Stu said, subverting expectations of where we thought this was gonna go. Because, like you mentioned, when we see Jenna Ortega, we're like, oh shit. So is this gonna be like a POV from? Are we gonna watch him?
That's what I thought.
Like, he's gonna be a main character.
I was like, shit.
Yeah,
I was like, I was all over the place with how I felt about that before what happens. But then
I love when he picks up the phone and it's Ghostface, and you're like, oh shit, wait, what? Like,
yeah,
it's just like, so it's not over.
I guess they did a version of it where it was. I feel bad. I can't think of the dude's name. I mean, he doesn't fucking care. I shouldn't feel bad. He's doing fine. I keep on wanting to say Randy Jackson is the guy that does the voice, but that's not it. I'll have to look up his name. But whoever it is that does the voice, he also is the voice of Mojo Jojo in the Powerpuff Girls, which
Roger Jackson.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, man.
He's the voice of Ghostface.
You know what I wanted to say? Oh, you know what I would like to see, and I think a comic book, a miniseries would be a good place to do it. But give me the other killer, the roommate that he finds in the fridge, which just throw it in there now. When they open up the fridge, that's a Easter egg. That's a nod to Friday the 13th Part 2, when the final girl from Part 1 opens up the fridge and finds Mrs. Voorhees' head in the fridge. That's right off that. But anyway, I want to see a comic book series of the other killer, like his roommate, like he was practicing too. We don't know about it, and that would be a cool way just to get like some Ghostface shit, a little mini series. I think that would be a really cool.
That bit where he was like talking about how it felt to drive the knife into her. That was freaky though. Like she was less and less human until she was just meat. I was like, damn.
I think they took some real world influences from that.
That felt a little too real.
Yeah, there's this case. But no, the dinner scene also. I feel like was the dude who directed like Freaky. What's his name?
Christopher Landon.
Was he a part of this one? Did he direct this one? He didn't. Okay, damn.
This was Radio Silence. Same people as 5. Yeah.
I feel like he took the dinner scene though and was like, "Oh, nope," or the drop.
Yeah. That's a good call. Another little Easter egg that I just thought of, on his shirt in Italian, it says 4 flies on gray velvet, which is an Argento movie. Like maybe like his second or third movie that came out. Trying to think, there's a lot of stuff in his.
I love that bit. He's like, "Why are you doing it? Is this because she gave you a C- on your Giallo paper or whatever?"
I love it, and even like a few years ago, I wouldn't have got that reference. I would have been like, you know what I mean? So I love that about it. Yeah, it's good. That it always a little bit weird to me out. It's grown on me now, but just the fact of the actor that is chosen being the kid from Spider-Man, that like always was weird to me at first, but whatever.
He was a weird Flash Thompson to me, to be honest.
He was, man. He was super weird.
Yeah.
Strange choice. Yeah, all right. Well, let's move into the kills, man, because I think it's probably the thing outside of the opening. Oh no, this is what I wanted to do. I did go ahead and rank them, and I have this, and let's debate it right now, man. I'll try to give you guys my list. I have 1 at 1, and then 2 at 2, and then this, then this.
I think I'm good with that. Yeah.
If it wasn't
That's respectable,
the only thing that like kind of sets 2 a little bit over this one is the fact that they have the Stab movie in it. And how much of a series, how much of an important point of the franchise that's become.
Yeah, it's super meta too.
And we would have never had the glory hole moment in Scary Movie without this.
Right, exactly. That's a good point. But this one's cool, man. This one is really, really cool and really switched it up. So I can't wait to see what they do in number 7.
Oh, she's done.
Anyway, the other thing I was going to say is the kills wise. So let's dive into that, man. I think this one. I'm always surprised when I go like count it up at the end, like how many kills were there. And it's like shit. There's like 3 or 4. There's like not that many kills this entire movie.
Of taunting and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of chases, but even that, it's like the second act, like it just kind of flies by. They're long, like Gale's apartment is long, the bodega long, but they're great. They're really intense. The ghost face is extra hella violent in the movie. I like the busted up looking mask. I'm a pretty big fan of that. And I think it might be, and this is another one. This is hard. I was trying to rank them out and do like a rankings of the second act and just like the kills in all the movies, but it's hard. It was like taking me a long time. I didn't put it all together before we got rolling. It's hard to sit there and figure out all the kills and all the different ones, but this has to be up there. I've always said 2 has one of the strongest second acts, but this might be like the best set pieces, maybe in all of them. Part 1, nothing happens in the middle act. They go to the video store. Billy Loomis gets arrested. They kill the principal, and
it's all pointing fingers. And at that point,
like
in the
nothing happened. And then
dude, just
third act's an hour long.
The simple little throwaway kills in this, like the Dean. What movie is he watching? Where it's like, and you get the echo when he goes out in the hallway. They're here. They're here. Like, is it
Invasion
like
of the Body Snatchers?
Body Snatchers, right? And then like he walks up to the door
to the door guard or whatever.
I love glass door. Like I love that fucking kill, yo. It's so great, like the way they take that, like, you know, classic horror and incorporate it into like into the scene itself. I thought that was brilliant. And it's like, again, a kill that you might forget or not remember on, you know, like recalling it, but like, yeah, like right there in the moment.
Even though there weren't that many kills in this one, the set piece, I think I agree with you by a large sum. I think this is the one set pieces stands apart from the rest of the franchise.
They're unique.
The train scene, the apartment scene, you know, there's a lot of great setup and tension building that they kind of toy with.
And everything is city themed for the most part. Well, like one complaint I hear about the movie is like it could be any city in the world, pretty much. Like there's not enough like they want it to be X-Men 1 where they're hanging off the Liberty or the Statue of Liberty or whatever.
Yeah,
but I mean, it doesn't really bother me because if you look at them, like the subway that's not going to take place in Woodsboro. The apartment building thing not going to take place in Woodsboro, and pretty much all of them. I think the bodega. So that's
they're good references to landmarks of what they're trying to, you know, emulate. So I don't know. It's like it reminded me of like Jason Takes Manhattan in a way, you know, like it's there's enough. I mean, I'm pretty sure they shot Jason in New York at some point, but
just the one scene, just
him walking down. Okay. I
think even the subway scene in Jason Takes Manhattan isn't in New York. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but it's just, you know, that's, you know, if we get, because I love that movie, so it's like, you know, as long as I can get those references they're going for, I don't care if they shot it in a lot, you know. As long as, you know,
it doesn't. I don't need it to be the real fucking subway.
Yes,
I don't need to see any landmarks. I'm sitting there trying to think of landmarks and realizing I don't know as many. Oh, the one that they could have had, like they could have even fooled you. Just give us an establishing shot of Central Park. Put them in any
have them walking
fucking place, and that bit when they're walking in the park, which I think is maybe my most hated part of the movie. Have that be in Central Park. That would have added a lot. Or just you're a huge franchise. Go there for one day. Like you can't afford to do it once.
Yeah. Seriously.
Fucking hell. What would be your favorite? I know you shot it a couple out late, but if you had to pick one, like what what's the best kill in this movie to you, or chase scene?
I do different. They're different vibes. But I referenced the subway scene earlier, just because it's like when she's with the twin is the sister twin is with the killer brother, but we know he's the killer brother. There's that scene where it's like all the ghost face. There's like one peeking over his shoulder. It's like, with the context we know now, it's even creepier because he knew the setup,
Right.
So it wasn't just like, the ghost face is evading him and shit. But I do love the apartment scene where the cute guy next door, that's what they called him. He looked a little old, but he's got some sex appeal.
Yeah.
But he, when he's calling, he's like trying to get their attention. He's like, yo, bitch. He's like screaming out the window and shit like that. I felt that scene because there's only so much he can do, because if he fucking tries to go run downstairs, for all he knows, everybody's gonna start getting gutted. So he's like just trying to draw attention. And I love that scene a lot. That was probably one of my favorites.
I love it.
Kill scene is the one Stu said with the knife through the dude's cheek at the
right.
Dean.
That's the other huge problem with the movie is
Not
that
many.
Most of these you're like, it's a kill scene. You're like, oh wait, no, they survive somehow. They somehow survive. Which while I'm thinking of it, one of the most egregious things in the whole movie, maybe the whole franchise, is when at the end of the movie, Melissa Barrera stabs the killer. I counted. I had to rewind it. Stabs him 31 times.
God,
and then they're acting like, oh, my sister's here. I'll let him live. It's like, no, he's dead. He's not surviving.
Like, how was your sister the one not to trust in this whole time, bitch? Like, you were.
Speaking of stabs, our man's Mason Gunja, he's like a fucking Terminator. He's been stabbed he's like 50 Cent of Scream movies, bro. He's been stabbed over 9 times.
Good,
yeah.
People give it excuses because like old Dewey's been stabbed a lot, but there's something different about it. Not the way that this dude's been stabbed this many times. Because he gets it with 2 killers. Yeah, and this was like
all sorts of there's so many things they could have punctured. Like there was no defense where they're like hitting his arms. It's all fucking chest, abdomen.
Yeah, he's literally sitting there with his arms held to the side, bleeding from his mouth. Like it really is egregious. Like it's fucking insane that these people live. Somebody in the comments said the Gale. Where are we at?
Dude, the Gale one was crazy. That would have been my answer. That chase was nuts.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Stu, what was your favorite kill? Or favorite set piece?
Shit. I like the Gale one was great. I think the Gale one was great in the sense that it felt like an answer to all our critiques about Dewey dying.
Right? Yes. Real shit.
She fought her fucking ass off. She survived. Like, even though we didn't think she was going to, like, she still made it. That one was really well done. Man, I don't know. Like, I really appreciate the number of chase scenes and like the unrepentant, like, would not stop nature of this Ghostface. Like, I thought that was like, overall, it's kind of, I don't know, man. There's a lot of dope ones, but I think the Gale one would have to be number one, just because that's the one that sticks out the most, besides the one I already mentioned. But
probably like the biggest emotional core to, like,
absolutely.
I'm glad Stu brought that up, because I did find myself thinking, I was like, bro, this kind of is not this is making me hate 5 less, because I'm getting this emotional reaction from Courtney Cox, because we didn't really get anything when he died in that one.
Not like the athletic young black boyfriend felt like such a great choice for Gale. Like, that's exactly who Gale would be dating. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, no, that felt like so real to the character. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Dude, remind us to tell you something backstage.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm missing the inside joke.
Yeah. Oh shit. One thing I noticed on this watch, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but I'm pretty sure they were doing like with Gale's attack, they were mirroring Dewey's a death in certain ways.
Okay.
Like 2 times they have it where I just love the bits where she's on the phone with someone in the house and she's got the gun. Like, it's a clever little bit. It's just like, another one that stands out in the franchise. But she shoots him. And she's outside the door. The phone is still ringing from when she called that person that was behind the door, the ghost face behind the door. So there's a phone ringing in the background, just like when Dewey died. And she thinks she's killed a ghost face, and she's going to finish him off, and he attacks.
Yeah.
And then it actually does the same exact fucking thing again. Right after that, it doubles down, and it does it again. She's down on the ground, and she's going to attack him. And he gets her again, and that's when she gets stabbed. So it's like it could be a coincidence.
No, that was a good callback. No, I think that was a symbolic, like, no, yeah, because like we were talking about, Dewey in 5 thought he had fucking, still hate that, just go without me. But no, he's he gets distracted by a call at some point. It's like Gale's calling him while he's being attacked, and then we see that it's Gale calling him. There's a lot of callbacks or thematics with Gale's attack in this one too.
Fuck, my fave non-kill. Two ghost faces on screen stabbing old dude to non-death.
To non-death.
Because he still hates 5. We'll go back and
what
watch
about Bodega? Bodega was badass. He fucking blasted old dude with the shotty.
I love the look of it. There's just a couple shots in there that really, again, just things that are, I'm going to say this a lot, I guess, but like it's kind of the thing about this movie. It really stands out amongst all the other movies. But
yeah,
that bodega scene, you couldn't have had it anywhere else. It wouldn't have ever felt like that. But there's a certain shot of the shotgun, just like they do some shit with the focus that I love. A bit that drives me nuts in it. He comes in, you've got the guy behind the counter. Ghostface has just stabbed a couple people. He's killed the shit out of 2 people already. He's going after these girls. The guy pulls the gun out. Ghostface has his back to him. He says, "Hey!" It's like, just shoot him. Why are you calling?
Bro,
he turns around and he ducks out the way. It's like, why are you calling this guy? Jackass. Here's another thing. Let's try to figure this out. Who did that? Who did that specific kill? Because the reason why Sam and Tara are leaving is because they're going to the police station, because the dad is at the police station. The detective, or no, I'm sorry, he's at dude's apartment, the murder scene. So
I think that was the dad.
I think it's the dad too, but he is at the apartment. The other 2, one is laying, pretending to be dead up in the apartment building, and the other
the class. Because remember, he came back and he was like, hundreds of people saw him at class. He was still like,
oh shit, you're right. He isn't there at that point. You are right.
The dad he's a police detective. He could have easily just tossed his costume in the car or some shit, bro, or some Peter Parker in a trash can shit, come back for it later.
I think I'm wrong. No, I don't think that's that. I think that's a different attack. That is when they get attacked and they use the ladder and the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's when he's not there. When they get the call, he is there because he's like, why did everyone just freak out when her phone rang? I mean, that's when Gale calls or whatever. But you know what I mean? So they're all accounted for. You would either have to believe that Mindy got her dead body up and put a ghost face thing on, or Quinn, I'm sorry, that the daughter came down and did that, which she didn't, or that as soon as Sam and Tara left, the brother, I wish I had all their fucking names, Ethan, I think is his name, he dipped out and said, Chad, I'll be right back. Or you believe that the dad was at the scene, got off the phone, ran down wherever that was in New York and did it. So it's really, I've seen some shit that says they like mapped out New York and like most of these things took place within a block or 2 of each other. So like technically that could have been it. But either way, it's a lot to think about.
The one who claimed he had a fucking study hall the night before or whatever.
You could have claimed that he was what?
I thought it was the remember the kid, what was it, like the brother?
Let me get there.
Or whatever.
Fucking, with the curly hair.
Yeah, he showed up. He was like, "Where you been all night?"
I think that's two. I'm almost positive that that's 2 different attacks. Because
I thought that was the ladder attack on the
no, because that's after that happens the next day. The ladder attack happens the next day because they hadn't been attacked yet at this point. Their first time getting attacked is the
ladders.
The ladder thing happens the next day when they're all together, and that's when Ethan isn't there. I saw it mapped out where pretty much this takes place over 3 days. It's like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing, and Sunday is Halloween night. And it pretty much makes the most sense if you say the dad did it the first night, Ethan, the son, did it the second night, and Quinn did everything the third day, which is what she says she does. She says I love it. She says, go stab Gale, stab Mindy on the subway. It's like, why didn't you say kill Gale? Why didn't you say kill Mindy? Couldn't say that, could you? What up, Travis, my brother? Says the scene with the ladder across 2 buildings reminds me of the movie Judgment Night. Fuck yeah, with Dennis Leary.
Oh,
that whole sequence. I love that movie, but I can't remember the specific scene that you're talking.
And then he had like a goatee in it, the earring, right? Like Dennis Leary in that role, if I remember.
I love that movie. I used to watch that movie quite a bit back then. I'm trying to figure out a movie to do for a PCP movie night cruise choice. Maybe that would be a good one. Says I think Scream 6 is far less focused than Scream 5. I agree. I think Scream 5 is, I love it, but it's a fucking mess too. I think this is even messier. And a lot of characters are wasted, especially Sam's creepy boyfriend. Yeah, you don't get a whole lot with him. They're doing a lot of things.
He was just muscle or just this, he did have that badass scene, but yeah, they didn't. I don't know. He could have. He was a throwaway character. Yeah.
I heard something recently. I hesitate to even mention it to you guys because it could fuck with viewings of Scream 7, but I'm gonna say it anyway because whatever. I guess it's a thing a lot of people know, but I guess in almost every one of the Scream movies, they'll have one of the killers wear a light blue shirt. Like Billy has a light blue flannel in the first one, and that's a thing. Like you see both the killers in Scream 4, I think were light blue at one point or whatever, but that's a thing. And then I noticed it in this movie because this is the first time that I knew that thing going into it. And like almost everybody wears a light blue shirt at one point. So it's kind of, but Cute Boy does a few times.
I think they need to actually go somewhere with that whole, I don't know what the context was, but the whole cult of Stu or whatever or I think that'd be like a neat idea at this point because we got the breadcrumbs in 5. 6 is like a goofy ass extension of that, in a way. But I think there could be something there, like especially with 5, like someone who's inspired by some crazy shit, or this dude had the balls to pull this off, like his favorite scary movie. I'm gonna try to top that. Like, there's good themes there to play with.
That's what, and obviously this conversation is going to become dated instantly as soon as it's over. But yeah, I just wonder, like, what the fuck are they going to do? Like, is Stu going to be? He's clearly not going to be a killer because we know he's. First of all, Stu, are you aware that Matthew Lillard is in Scream 7? Am I ruining that for you? No. Okay, you are aware of it. You are aware of that.
Very aware.
But he can't be the killer. That's just not how these movies work. They're not gonna tell. You know what I mean? That would just be way too obvious. That would be corny. Is he gonna be a good guy? That would be weird too. Is he gonna be repentant?
I heard he was gonna be orchestrating a bunch of little kid killers from fucking behind bars or like some type of sense.
That'd be kind of cool.
That was the idea.
Internet type of deal. Yeah.
That was the original intention for Scream 3 before.
It really sucks though that we did spend all that time with Sam these past 2 movies, and now it's
just a kick in the dick.
Especially after that core 4 thing, man, that felt good, and I liked all 4 of them cats.
Yep.
Like when they were doing that, like it would have been cool to have them for a couple more movies. Yeah.
I'm trying to think
to have them be the new generation.
There's some like really specific one and really famous incident that I'm thinking about where, like, in the height of wokeness, or maybe it was even an October 7th Israel Gaza thing, somebody said something and they got fired from something. And then it was like a very short time later, like, oh, I'm sorry. Come on back. We were being a little crazy. I can see that. Like, after cooler heads should prevail eventually. And be like, we fucked up. They owe her, in my opinion, they owe her an apology. Like, let her speak her fucking mind. She didn't say anything specifically. Here's the comment. This is the comment that got her fired. I should have specified this earlier. Actually, I have it written down because it's all right. She said, Western media only shows the Israeli side. Why do they do that? I'll let you deduce for yourself, which is saying the Jews control the media and Jews control Hollywood and all that. But it's certainly not saying it blatantly, and it's certainly not crazy to claim that there was a genocide going on.
So people are assuming what she's insinuating,
and she is insinuating.
Yes, but you can't. There's no, like you said, didn't name any names. Like she could, her response could be fucking any reasoning if she's not made anything crystal clear as to like what she was insinuating. Right? People are there's these assumptions. People run off assumptions.
I like how they're like, we're like, she said we're controlling the media. Let's get her out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Let's prove her right.
Yeah, let's control this situation. It's like, oh shit.
She wants to say what she wants.
It's fucked up because even at the time, man, like, I don't know. I'm ignorant to the whole thing, and I was even more ignorant at the time. I remember being like, "Ooh, she fucked up," but now that I look at it, now I'm a little bit more educated. I feel like on the whole situation, it's like, oh no, she was screwed. She really got fucked over by this. It fucked up Jenna Ortega, Christopher Landon. Like, who knows? Maybe that would have been the best Scream movie ever. We'll never know. I would love to. I tried to look into like what was that movie going to be about, because they say it's all about Sam. It's like Sam's movie. Of course it is. It was going to be the concluding chapter to the Sam Carpenter, Tara Carpenter trope.
And they were toying with the whole idea of like she's got that Billy in her, bro. Like we saw evidence of it in 5 and 6, where she just kind of lets that aggression out, bro. And it's like, a little unhinged there. I like it though.
And she likes it. Yeah, she likes it too.
Yeah, she got on the phone, bro. She progressed. You know what I mean? They went
she's talking shit on the phone.
She was on her shit.
All right. I have, because we could probably go ahead and get into the reveal and all that in just a moment. But once again, I have went through and I have made a list of stupid shit that is in Scream 7. But first, let me say, what up, Slasher Fred, my brother? In this movie, we learned Billy Loomis's mother's full name, which is Nancy Loomis. In Scream 2, she was only referred to as Mrs. Loomis. Why do I feel like I've always known she was Nancy Loomis? First of all, why am I tripping? Who the fuck is Nancy Loomis? Like that's like, I think it's like a reference to another horror. Obviously, Dr. Loomis, Sam Loomis, but Nancy Loomis. I feel like Nancy Loomis is like a real person.
Kitty Pryde was a real person, so shit. You never know where these characters take their inspiration from.
Well, John Carpenter, who half of these characters are named after his characters, he was really yes, okay. Oh no, never mind. He was really known for just grabbing a friend of his and using their name for all sorts of different things.
I support that. I respect that.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Nancy Keys, who the fuck is this? I don't know. Tripping. I was thinking it was like somebody's wife or something or whatever. But anyway,
she was someone's wife. Billy's dad.
No, I'm like, in real life. No, I keep on thinking like it was like John Carpenter's ex-wife or some shit like that. But anyway, so here's some stupid shit. That I wrote down for this one. Where are we at? Okay, the alley bit I already said. Oh, this is another one. You can tell it's the same writers as Scream 5 because they do a lot of the same shit. Like a lot of the same shit. But the psychiatrist, Sam, pours his heart to him. All right, my father was a serial killer. Blah, blah, blah. We were attacked. He's like, you need to get the fuck out. he does the same thing that Tara does when she pours her heart out to her. She's like, get the fuck out, Sam. So it's like, okay, these writers are cold-blooded.
They love those beats.
There's a really stupid bit where when Tara's at the party and she's about to go upstairs with that guy, she's walking up the stairs and Mindy's like, I'll be right back. Or she doesn't say that. Mindy runs off, the sister. She runs over to Chad. It's like, Chad, we need you. There's a whole like 2 minutes that happens before that where he's talking with Ethan, the killer, and all that. Then they make their way over to the steps, and Tara's made it up 2 steps. They're now on the 3rd step. That just always bugs me. It's like they would have made it up the steps a lot farther. They'd be upstairs. They'd be halfway through that bottle of whatever he has up there.
He's whispering sweet nothings in her ear before it.
I hope so. Mindy's the one. She's the horror expert. She knows all these things, and she's like, they're like, aren't you nervous about being at a party when you were just attacked at a party? It's like lightning striking twice. So yeah, that's what happens in these movies. You are definitely going to get to, you know what I mean? You know this. Like you got attacked last time. You are prime for it now. Let's talk about this because this is a whole topic we could get into. I hate that they brought Kirby back. I don't think she's good in the. I don't think she's particularly good in the movie. I don't think she's terrible at anything, but she feels stupid. It feels stupid and shoehorned in.
Yeah, like I know that she was getting over a break away from the biz and all that, like doing this stuff, and it's cool to see her back, but it just feels weird, man. It feels.
They were trying to. It gave overcompensation energy because they lost Nev Campbell and shit. So they're like, hey, remember, she's back. She's back. You know, we never saw her die. Even though it's like most people couldn't give 2 shits because it'd been over a decade at this point since anybody had seen her. And she
has her fans. Yeah, she has her fan. Like people, like I saw something earlier. Like they gave fans what they've been asking for a decade. It's like a handful of them, but I think most of us were like, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah,
she was cool. She was fine in Scream 4. I liked her.
Also, Dermot Mulroney fucking was just not it for me in this movie from start to finish.
That?
Like
the dad, he gave mustache twirling villain, bro. Mustache
and like I didn't even know what we were going for, but like after the whole ladder scene, he comes out and my whole family's gone. Like they took me off the case, but I'm still gonna find him. You fuck with my family. Like it was like I was laughing. Like what the fuck?
That's my biggest grievance with the movie is the villain's motivation. It's like with his son, okay, it's like he's an obsessed fan. He's trying to top his inspiration. I get that. There's crazy people, but with the dad, it's like, so you just saw some goofy, crazy motherfuckers the whole time. Like your family's like in synchronization, cleaning off their blades and shit, after a kill. Like you guys have really practiced for this to get revenge for your brother / son. Like the motivation to go to these lengths was, and I mean, maybe it's been, you could debate Mrs. Loomis did the shit or whatever, but it's like, she didn't go to these great theatrical lengths that these guys were going through.
Right. She had, Mrs. Loomis didn't give a shit about it. She had Mickey.
The
whole like blame it on the movies thing. She kills him, but she's like, I wasn't really doing that. She was just using Mickey to do all that, which was work. That's better writing.
Smarter too.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, oh, he ruins it at the end. Like he just couldn't handle doing the Scream villain turn, and now I'm a little bit crazy, which Stu and Billy did so fucking good. That's what, you know what I mean? They just killed that. It's not just that. He's terrible in the third act. He's awful. But then when you rewatch the movie, you're like, oh no, he's just fucking dog shit all throughout the movie. Weird looks and just like
fucking laughing, bro. It's like the laughing. He's like when the two kids walked up to him when they do like a reveal, he's like doing this laugh, and it's like, bro, are you supposed to be pissed off and emotional about your son, but you're doing this fucking this mustache twirling villain laugh? Like
everyone dies, Sam. That's the other most fucking egregious thing. You know what I mean? Everyone dies, Sid, is Stu's line from part 1. Ugh, so fucking
none of it works, man. It just seems so lame when he does the big reveal and it's Richie's family. It just falls so far. It's like on some Scream 3 energy shit, like with the reveal.
Oh, it's way worse. I
agree.
You didn't like 3's ending probably more than I didn't like it. At least like the performance and the monologue bit. But man, this one, it's even Ethan right away. Like he's bad too. Like he's like he takes off his mask.
At least Kirby when he tackles her. You remember this? Like, were you there? Were you there, bro? Like,
right. So fucking dumb.
At least with 3, there's still some mystery involved though. Like because it's completely out of fucking left field. But like regardless, like here you're just like, man.
Well, the problem with this one, you get halfway through the movie, and you're like, okay, who all's left? It's the cop, it's Kirby, it's Ethan, and the killers are all of them but Kirby and Quinn.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like everybody that's left in the movie are the killers. It's the worst. That's the shitty thing about it. It's got one of the best cold opens. It's got one of the best second acts. I think. Let's sit and think about it right now. Is this the worst? Like, not just killer reveal final scene, but like mystery, rewatchable red herrings. Like I'll give it credit that these people are in the movie and with the main characters, like more than Nancy Loomis is or Mickey Altieri in the second one. And maybe even you could say the same thing about
when you say that, it's like because they were with him so much and had so many opportunities and chances to ice them off them, whatever, and didn't, and they still failed at their job, it makes it even worse.
Right.
Yes. I think 5 and 6 did the worst job of like maintaining that mystery. Like, regardless of what you want to say about 1, 2, and 3, there was always that little bit of like you didn't know exactly what was going on. Like with 5 and 6, man, whether it was Jack Quaid or Dermot, like it was just like straight from the jump.
I give that a lot more credit though, because of all the shit. I don't have to rehash the whole thing, but that they were kind of doing the Billy thing where they make you think it's him the whole time. And then they use the third act to make you think, oh, he was just a red herring. And then they'd be like, oh, no, it really was him. Like, and that part of it does work. This is just, I guess they kind of do that with Ethan, right? They're pinning it on him the entire time. And then they do on the subway, they make you think that it's not him for a minute.
It just seemed like their priorities were like the mystery surrounding who Ghostface was from 5 and 6 was on the back burner when it came to priorities. They had a bunch of other things they wanted to get accomplished first. Before
I said not as an insult, but there was 5 and 6 are more so style over substance compared to the first 4.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah,
definitely. I will, and this is kind of a random thought now, but like especially seeing it in the theater, the comedy in the first chunk of the movie, it's flying. Like when you first meet Mindy and you come to the apartment, who the fuck is Paul? Like the guy. Yeah. It's a laugh a minute. It's like super funny. Everything really works pretty much throughout the whole movie. I really like the Mindy's bits with like, I'm here with Ghostface, and just like the way she keeps on coming at Ethan and accusing him, like really works for me. What up?
I like when she gets gutted in the train, and she's like, "How the fuck do I keep getting this wrong?"
Right. Oh, here's another stupid thing. Really, I could go back to my list. I've still got 6 more stupid things that we've skipped over. But why does he go and help her? There's no one else there. She's stabbed and she's bleeding out on the subway. He could just leave and let her die.
He's got to keep up appearances. He was supposed to be watching her with her. If he just, lost her and she happens to coincidentally get killed, he's already being accused, bro.
Well, he showed up to reveal himself right then anyway. That's the end of it. And the dad even says, like, we're going to go finish off Gale and Mindy in the hospital. So, like, they do plan on killing Gale. They do plan on killing Mindy. Here's another. This is even fucking stupider, man. This is something I saw on YouTube. How does it work? I hate the bait thing. The 2 times that they use it in the movie, I hate it. We're just gonna randomly start walking through a park in the daylight. Ghostface will call. He hasn't called in a day or so, but he's gonna call. So stupid. So stupid. I hate that. So whose idea is that? Is the detective. It's the dad's idea to do that. And then they're the ones that call and get their shit traced. So they all head up, they head over to Gale's, and they prevent whoever that is from killing Gale. It's like, why did you set this whole thing up? I don't know. There's a lot of better ways to call from somewhere else, send them somewhere else, not actually to save Gale. Duh.
There's a lot of theatrics that go. It's like, bro, you had so many opportunities. If you just wanted revenge, there are so many opportunities. You're like, no, it's not the right moment. I haven't done this act yet. Like,
right. We've got to finish Richie's movie, which is what it is. But yeah, it's so fucking stupid in a lot of ways. I love it, but I hate it. I really do. It's just what it is. It's the lazy writing. It kills me. And honestly, Radio Silence, Matt Benatelli, Opum, Tyler Gillette. I listened to the audio commentary, and it made me lose a little bit of respect for them. It was those two with the writers, the 2 people that wrote the movie. And the directors kept on calling out the writers, like, what about this? This was kind of stupid, or this was a plot hole. And they're like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, if you noticed it, why did you shoot it? They just shot whatever.
Where was this at in the edit room, dude?
Yeah, they knew all this stuff. And they just like, we'll do it anyway. It's not our name on the writing. So it made me lose a little bit of respect for
as a director, you're kind of like the face of the whole project. Like, I don't know. That's a weird take to have.
Oh, this is Travis. I love you. I don't know you, but I love you. But this is a weird take. It's a rough. This, like I said, it's the worst part of the movie for me, man. Is his turn. Him in the whole movie, like I fucking hate.
That's what I was speaking to a bit about. One of the biggest sins is earlier is like his motivation, his grievance, his just everything does not work for him. I like Dylan McDermott too as an actor.
I don't even know him, dude. I don't know this guy.
He's actually in that one Justin Long vampire cop movie that just came out in January.
Oh, really?
Yeah, great call.
He was in my best friend's wedding.
Yes,
that one was all right.
Yeah, it was. It was solid. It's not going to change your life, but it was
definitely not.
But I don't like. He's like, I guess I'm just not familiar with him. He's in a bunch of stuff that I've seen. He's Zodiac, Angels in the Outfield.
He's a good support actor. Like I feel like my best friend's wedding might be the biggest. Maybe it's because like my grandma.
My wife loves
it. Travis says Scream 4 was the last one I watched, so I was surprised. Oh, you didn't see 5. So I was surprised when I finally saw Kirby that everyone was raving about. She feels like a different character.
She does. That's another problem. Bro.
Yeah, great call.
Yep.
For that's what I'm saying. She was in one movie over a decade ago, and she was one of the friends, wasn't even like really a main character. I mean, she was, you know, but for them to make her reveal so like try to like this isn't Fast and the Furious, bro. Like, you know, you can't just drop random characters like, oh shit, they were supposed to be dead. You know, this is a horror movie. We expect them to be dead.
Right. Yeah. Did you guys notice? What up, Evan, my brother? Says just saw. You mean Scary Movie 6 is what you mean, I'm sure. So that shit looks hilarious. I can't fucking wait. Can't wait for it. Oh shit, I was gonna say something. Thank you, brother. Sal, my dude, says I wanted to say the villain's reveal was the most disappointing for me of all the movies. 100%. I very much remember being disappointed for quite two. I remember at the time, and still I was like, God, this is terrible. I hated how much worse it was than the first one. 4, I think, is really, really solid. It might be the second best reveal. I would put 5 up there. I think the mystery in 5, like I appreciate it a little bit more than I think you guys do. And just even like the third act, the ghost faces, like Stu, like you pointed out, the 2 ghost face getting killed at the end of 5, those were like great kills. I enjoyed the third act, other than them kicking everybody out of the party. That's stupid. It's just so much shit, lazy writing that kills me. Kirby makes a weird, suspicious face out of nowhere towards the end to try to make her a red herring. Definitely.
The film really went out of its way to really try to make Kirby, because I remember my first watch thing, I was like, oh, maybe that is why they brought her back, just to make her a fucking killer. You know, why not? You know, but that they went out of their way to.
I appreciated that.
Sometimes in these situations, that when like an actor or an actress has been away from the scene for 4 years and they're coming back to this role, and you're all kind of like drinking that Kool-Aid and you're super excited about it, like, I don't know, it can lead to mistakes, you know, during the edit process, or just letting somebody hang around too much on screen. And I think that definitely happened here.
I didn't like her. This is another thing, like, about making a movie like this. In the special features, they're like, we realized at one point, like, oh shit, we have to have Mindy and Kirby talk, the 2 horror enthusiasts in the group. So it's just because it's like a paint by number thing. Oh, we got to have this in there. We got to like get these certain things in. But it just felt really flat to me. You remember their little like horror debate that they had? Like, it was just super corny. They were all super mainstream too. Like, show them that they're horror fans, not just like which Nightmare on Elm Street is the best. The first one. It's like, well, no,
it's very surface level. Like, yeah. But Kirby becoming a cop, bro, like that's another thing that seems like it was just like, man, we need a foil for him at the end, because it was like, what about her being in the first and Scream 4 would lead you to believe like, oh yeah, she's gonna be like Dewey was like. Dewey made sense, his evolution, his arc. Kirby becoming a undercover detective made no sense to me.
She just was presented and we were supposed to accept all that shit. Like, what?
Yeah,
I'm almost wondering. This is a weird. Maybe I should just shut up. Well, I almost feel like she's like a queer icon. Hayden Panettiere and Kirby. I don't know. I feel like I've heard that. I could see that being something that would, like, you know what I mean, push people to do it. There was an Easter egg in Scream 5 where they say in the YouTube shit where he's on whatever his name is, fucking Richie, is on YouTube. There's a thumbnail that says something about the Woodsboro survivor, Kirby, blah, blah, blah. So they did set that up in Scream 5 that she was alive, which they're trying to do that. Okay. They were setting up that Stu might be alive in this one. So I wonder what they were planning on doing.
Yeah, but it's just like
no one was shocked in 6.
I'm with the weak-ass red herring, man. Like, they brought her in. She didn't have any type of gravitas or like important scenes, like as an FBI agent. She was just like in some barely supporting roles with Dermot and Mulroney, and then she was just like, oh, she's been crazy and hasn't been in the FBI. Like, the whole thing was just a waste. Like, if you are bringing her back for that, it could have been so much more impactful. And better written. Like,
it's tough, man.
It is.
What up, man? Anime night. What up? It says I wouldn't call 6 the worst, as it did give us the opening kill. I'm with you, and how the audience was shocked to see the face of Ghostface Killer of someone we never met before.
Not the worst overall.
Yeah, no one was shocked. I would agree.
But the worst villain reveal, like one of the worst last acts, easily. That's why this one's so divisive. That's what I was saying earlier, because it's got a lot going for it, but it's easily got some of the weakest shit where it's like they could have, like Stu was saying, they could have just twist, turn it, you know, tinged it up, turn something around, like change something in the writing that a long way. And now you telling me about the directors pointing glaring shit in the script. It's like, bro, what was going on?
I know.
You know, yeah.
That's kind of what it is. It's like some of the no, I was about to say it's some of the strongest directing. Scratch that. It's some of the strongest action set piece kills. Because that's another thing that they brought up, that term in the commentary is like, these are kind of action movies in a way. It's kind of like a zombie movie. They're horror movies, but there's also action set pieces in them, and you got to direct it like an action, like with Gale and the gun. Like that's an action set piece in the movie, more so than a killer slasher one. Travis, my man, says, I know I'm going to be unpopular when I say Scream 4 is the worst one. You're so unpopular, Travis. I hate you. No, I'm just joking. I heard so many good things, and it just didn't work for me like the others did. Dude, I actually totally get that. Because, I mean, I don't know. To me, they're all like, I love them all. But I like we've said this before. Sometimes when I watch Scream 4, I don't like it as much. And sometimes, like, oh, it's like the best sequel. So I could see, especially if you've just seen it once, not that you need to see it twice to get everything, but you might appreciate it a little bit more on us.
To me, like if you're comparing 4 was a weird one because it was the original team trying to set up a legacy, like hey, trying to set up the foundation, like you guys can go on afterwards, you know, without these characters, without us. So it, you know, there's a lot of like OG characters with newer characters, but like compared to 5 and 6. 4 is pretty strong if you're looking at it in the aspect of being thematic compared to OG Scream. Like it's more in line.
I think the biggest risk 4 took was like by being kind of like tying itself to the Me Too movement type deal, like making it a little bit topical. Like at the time is like kind of a gift and a curse. But I think it all comes down to like how much you like your Ghostface, man. Like who's your top Ghostface? And I think that's where you're
for sure.
Loyalty
worst Ghostface this movie by bar none.
Worst Ghostface? Well,
I mean, the kills were great, but I'm just saying,
yeah.
I mean, it's either this or 3 for me. Like as far as worst Ghostface, this was pretty.
3's got a lot of issues. I forgive 3 so much because it's almost a comedy more so than a horror movie. And it works for me in that way. It's got Dewey in it. It's the last time we see Dewey acting like
such
Dewey.
A lame Ghostface reveal, bro. And like even the showdown with like Nev, she's just like over it. She's like, I'm so tired of this shit.
Dude, here's something. Link, I've almost sent you a message like a handful of times. And I'm like, oh, you know, I'll just wait. We'll do it live. But okay, you brought up a very good point when we did Scream 4. No, maybe when we did Scream 5. And you said who handled like having the legacy characters come back and have a new cast and blending them together? Who handled that better? And at the time we all said 5 because we said 4. Because the legacy characters in that one were stronger than they were in 5.
Yeah.
But when you flip it around, like 5 has a way stronger new cast that comes in that you actually connect with,
that you care,
and 4 you don't really give a shit about the whatever that chick's name is, Emma Roberts.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's
a sacrifice.
That's a great point. That's because it's like with the Richie shit, you know, it's like damn Richie, you know, I was like kind of like fucking damn Richie. But I didn't care about Carrie and Culkin and Emma Roberts. I was like, you know, just they're killers.
Right.
But Richie, I did. I was like, damn, bro. I kind of fucking Richie.
See, I like Richie. Like it honestly, I know that they make it really obvious, but he's one of my favorite ghost faces. Honestly, I think he's a
strong ghost.
I like his girlfriend. His girlfriend was
agreed. I think Quinn in this one, even when Quinn does the turn, I like her look as a ghost face in this one. Like she does a pretty good job with the acting bit.
Because wasn't she the one in bed when they have the cute dude from across the hall scene? She's the one who's acting like she's on the phone in bed. Like she plays that ditzy so well. You know, that psycho.
And she's so funny.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That's disarming, like how hilarious she is right when you meet her. Travis says, with the time gap between 3 and 4, I feel like it did very little to catch you up on where these characters are or show any growth. It just feels like the next week and all the new characters stink. In 4, I would say I disagree with it pretty strongly. I think what they did is at the end of 3, they had Sydney's situation set up. She had, you know, become a fully realized person. And now she's off and she's writing a book, and that's kind of where she's supposed to be. I get why you're saying that feels like next week, but the big thing is the dynamic between Dewey and Gale. Gale going to the small town, Dewey having the more important job, their role reversals, and then being married. I think that's one of the more interesting
dynamics,
Dewey and Gale dynamics that you get. Which I finally didn't call her. I didn't say Gooey and Dale. So congrats to me. I think that's the problem for me. Aside from Judy Hicks, who was a highlight in Scream 4, I'm with you. The other new characters were bland for me, unlike every other sequel where they have some charisma. I'm with you, man. Other than Kirby's good, but she even gets like underutilized in the movie. There's just a lot.
Yeah.
A lot
they don't know what the fuck they're doing there.
Speaking of a lot going on, I was trying to think of what it was. It was the newest Stranger Things season when we're like, there's too many characters all together at the same time. There's this major Scooby Gang quality to it, and Scream 6 is that. They're all together. It's like it's not as scary. There's something like not cool about having 7 people running from a slasher villain. Like one of them's a cop, one of them's an FBI agent, and one of them's Gale Weathers, who eats ghost faces for breakfast. It's like there's something like not scary about that.
In 4, I'm thinking of like the boyfriend scene where it's like, I feel like he was like, they portrayed him as like a Billy character, and then it's like at the end of the movie he's getting all this dialogue, but it's like realistically that dialogue could have went to any other character. They're just trying to buff up his screen time.
Exactly, dude. Anime, my brother says in the recent video, I learned that the original plan for the 7th was that Sam accepted her role as the new Ghostface. I would have been down for it.
That would have been cool, bro, because they
I'd have been down for it. What I was getting at earlier is that like bring her back like 10 years from now, Scream 8, 9, wherever we're at, like bring her back. That would be cool. Yeah. Like I'll be more excited to see her and Jenna Ortega come back than Kirby. But sorry.
And then if she became the killer, dog, like the whole opening of 6 would make so much sense because it's leaving the breadcrumbs. Like I said, these breadcrumbs sucks when we can't see plans come to fruition.
Yeah.
Right. But, I like that the Ghostface calls out Gale, or not calls her out, but just says like, Gale, you would have been a great killer. That makes sense. Like to me, that was really cool. It's something that fans have said 100 times.
Yeah,
she would have made a good killer. Let's do it, man. Let's go ahead and rate this bad boy. Get up out of here, and then remember, folks, having a baby, or I'm not having the baby. My wife is having a baby. Let's clarify. But that's going on hopefully on Monday, and then we're going to be off for a little bit, but we will definitely be back on March 13th. And then probably sometime between then and now, we're going to get back together and talk Scream 7 whenever we can make it happen. But stick around. We're going to give our ratings out of 5. You guys in the chat, if you've seen Scream 6, what do you rate it out of 5? Where you at, Stu?
I'll go 3.5 out of 5 for this bad boy. I thought, it did some things really well. Mostly, like we said, like those kills, the set pieces, the chase sequences, the heightened tension. But like as far as like the character work we were bringing to this one, the suspense, the mystery, the ultimate reveal of Ghostface, I feel like all that really fell flat. And it kind of sucks because I thought we had a lot of good things cooking with 5, and kind of 6, we just had way too many things on. We were trying to manage, right? We should have. I think we should have cut it down and focused on our core 4 more. I think if the core 4 was the focus through this one, like the way they were through 5, I think we would have had something very different and special heading into 7. But it's kind of anybody's guess now. So I think it kind of lost the chance to form a really solid new bedrock foundationally for this franchise, and instead we kind of get some scattershot and not knowing how we're moving forward. So 3.5 out of 5 for me.
Hell yeah, man. I agree with all that. Evan, my dude, giving it 3.75, maybe a 4. What up, Jace? Appreciate you being here, brother.
What up, Jace?
Great point, Sal. This is something I wanted to point out. Like, that's definitely a red herring. They're setting you up to make it think that, maybe it's Sam's mom. She left them. I feel like that's what they were doing there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good point. Another thing is, I never brought this up, but like supposedly Sydney's dad died between 3 and 4 of natural causes. So he's always been out there. They never confirmed it. That's never been said on screen. It's just like speculated for whatever reason. It's in a deleted scene that she says that she says.
Wait, what? I thought he was in.
He's in.
The last one he was in
3 is the last time that you see him.
Okay.
That throwaway scene you get with him in 3.
Okay. Yeah,
Travis
where he's
says,
like worried about her or something.
When Taggart didn't come back in Beverly Hills Cop 3, you've lost me. And retired, it sucked, but makes sense. It feels like more unrealistic.
Taggart was the bald dude with the mustache that did not Judge Reinhold dude.
I love it. This is my complaint. Having not seen Scream 7, which none of us have here, is all the characters coming back, maybe surviving, maybe not. We haven't heard about Cotton Weary once. Cotton died.
Cotton's dead, bro. Yeah, Cotton's been dead.
Sal's on top of it. You never know. You never know, man.
Yeah, maybe he got a cult. I don't know. People were having a grievance against Cotton being framed and killed because of it, you know?
Who knows? Where are you at, Link? Where are you giving it?
Man, I'm gonna be there with Stu, 3.5. It feels wrong to say, but because the ending is such shit and the villain reveal is such shit, it takes away from the energy of the greatness, that the set pieces. Like, this movie does have the greatest set pieces of any Scream movie. One of my favorite openings.
Probably, man. Probably.
Set pieces, yeah, it tends to, like, kills wise, different story, but in terms of set pieces, bro, like this movie, like the bodega, the apartment scene, there's a lot of iconic scenes where nobody dies, but it's still there. But
oh fuck,
yeah, what really gets me, man, it's like, it's interesting. These last 2 films, I am only hung up on certain, like, one particular aspect. 5, it's Dewey for me, bro. There's no way to justify that. I still think it's shit. Gale helps kind of retcons it a little bit in this one. And this one, it's the villain reveal. The motivations, the theatrical lengths these people, family is willing to go to. It's like, you guys are fucking the craziest people yet. Like, more crazy than Billy and Stu and everybody. Like, it just didn't line up. And Dylan McDermott is a great actor. Not in this movie though. It was very dry. Didn't work.
Go to bed, guy. You got work in the morning. What up, bro?
So yeah, I'm there with 3.5. It's that second watch was a motherfucker.
I didn't. Usually, I go into these and I'm like, I was thinking 3.5. Maybe they'll talk me into a 4, but I went into this thinking 3.5, and I'm staying right there. 3.5. I couldn't even go lower. I seriously think it's so disappointing because of everything that you just said. One of the best openings, one of the best second acts. The third act just kills it. Kills it. It's just terrible. I think it's my least favorite one. It's the least rewatchable one because of all the charm that 3 has. Although this one has its charm too. It's funny and all that, but I don't know. There's something that feels even more forced about this one. We have to have someone. That's another thing that I think was weak in this one. We have to have the scene where, like, there's certain rules to surviving a Scream movie or a stab movie. We're doing a franchise. I think was the least creative of all of them that we've had.
Yep.
Yeah. The original sequel, the trilogy, and then really we had 2 requels in a row.
Yeah, even the one last movie was a lot better than
way better. For sure. So I think we're 3.5s all the way around, man. So let's go ahead and we're going to wrap this bad boy up. Again, we'll be back at some point at some point in the next week and a half or whatever, whenever we can get together talking Scream 7. I'm going to go see it tomorrow. I'll probably pirate that bitch sometime between then and now for a second watch. I'll pay for it once. But, and then, yes, we'll be back Friday, the 13th, March 13th. Stay tuned for a time on that. We'll be giving out a Jason mask, playing some trivia, and having some fun. So super excited about that. I love these. These are my favorite shows to do. So if you've never been to one of these, make sure you're there for it. And you guys in the chat, Evan has graciously bowed out. Evan's of the wicked fast internet. He wins all these every time. So he's not winning this one. So you guys all have a chance. Sale, Travis, if you've never been to one, be there.
It's not even the internet. That dude just knows everything.
He knows things, man. You can't help it. All right, Stu, tell people what you got.
Yeah, man. Last night I was on, not last night, Tuesday night, I was over on 9-Panel Grid talking notes from the editors. We're talking about the Comics Pro breakdown and news from this month in comic books. So check that out. I will be I was just on before we hopped on here, the best comics of the month with Pop Culture Philosophers. So check out Robbie's channel if you guys interested in seeing the best comics of February. And then I will be on Fable's They Live show tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern on Wayne Collection Down. So check me out there. Yeah, busy week for your boy.
I love, if I was ever to make a thumbnail for They Live, that's the art piece. I wish I could think of the artist's name. I know him.
Dude,
I love all of his shit. I
feel like I know him too.
Yeah, he's great, man. I follow him on Instagram. I just can't think of his name, but he does dope shit. That's a dope thumbnail.
So good.
Yeah, and then there's that. You got anything going on, Link?
No. We'll be back for Stabathon 7. When we come back, yeah.
That is what I'm talking about. All right, hell yeah, man. Appreciate all you guys in the chat. You guys are the shit. Geiger, go to bed, you little son of a bitch. And we will see you when we see you. I'm not really sure. But yeah, we'll see.
That will be quite enough of that.